What are you, Nicholas, today?
Who's Nicholas?
You idiot. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Ciao. We're still in Italy. We're in Milan now.
Milano.
With orangeness.
Orange-o.
Peter has this new obsession of putting an O on everything because he thinks that's Italian.
Now, Bec's in a lot of pain, and I feel sorry for her. Have a look at the carpet burns on her knees.
Yes, if you can see that knee, and then also my other knee, which has a massive bruise on it.
She's been crawling around a lot.
Fully crashed. We went out to this restaurant. We've been there like every time we've come to Milan, we've gone there, but it's gone downhill since. But
we just cancel everything.
I know.
It's most likely a triple Michelin star restaurant, but we cancelled it.
But we went to this restaurant we go to all the time, and I seriously was not even drunk, and which is why it's even worse. But I got up and there was this tiny little step that you couldn't see because there's
in between tables.
And it's cobblestones everywhere, and there's this tiny little step, and I didn't see it and fully crashed. Head hit the ground. The
entire restaurant, the slap was so loud, the entire restaurant thought we'd be scraping her up off the ground.
Oh my gosh, my head hit the ground so hard as well. I think I gave myself a slight concussion. My glasses went flying. It was very embarrassing, and yeah. Like, I don't know, if I fall over when I'm drunk, I'm like, oh, I was just drunk and an idiot. But I was so
You're actually more concerned that everyone thought you were drunk.
Because I didn't want to look like some stupid drunk girl falling over.
But that's what you did look like. No. No, I think everybody was in agreement with me.
And then Peter yelled at the staff for how dangerous that was.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm in a lot of pain now with my bruised and cut up knees.
And head.
And head. I thought the bruise on my face would be worse, but it's not too bad. Like, it's a bit purpley there.
It's only slightly.
But it's only slightly. I thought it'd be worse. The way my head hit the ground.
You did hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I know. My glasses were flying.
The slap was extremely loud.
Oh, it was not fun. Don't recommend. Look out for cobblestones and look out for little steps.
Oh. And actually, it's a lot better than what I thought it would be. Yeah. I expected that to be full purple knee, scabbed up.
Yeah, well, that one's...
You've hardly scabbed at all. It's like a really shallow scab. It's not like your normal big crusty scab that gets infected and sticks to your jeans.
I actually kind of got out of it like somewhat. Yeah, when I fell over in LA, that was horrible.
I know, that was scabbers to the hill.
Yes, well, that was a curb that I tripped on. Why do I do? I seriously am so clumsy.
Did you trip going up or going down? Can you remember?
The curb or in LA?
In LA.
Going up.
Yeah, that's what the curbs are.
Yeah, because they're really high, and I wasn't used to how high the step was, and I just missed. I don't know.
I nearly crashed it the other night somewhere. Everyone was all like horrified I was going to.
Oh, that was because you nearly tripped on my...
You tripped me
No, I didn't trip.
Fully tripped me, trying to crash
You
Bandicoot
crashed over because you were walking too fast.
You were trying to make me fall for you, but I wouldn't.
Oh my God.
Oh my
No,
God.
I was not.
So we've had a pretty novel time here. We've had some absolute horrible food that we just keep cancelling everybody. Like, we have a restaurant. I don't know if we made it a thing, but it tended to be the first night in Milan we'd tend to go to that.
To the pizza place?
The pizza place.
Yeah.
And he's really proud to show he has the Opera House tattooed on his arm. And we're from Melbourne. Oh, the Opera House. I said, yeah, we're from Melbourne. I want to see Dan Andrews on your arm. Anyways, and then once he started talking, I remembered, yeah, he was here last time, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's like, I questioned him, I was like...
And I think we cancelled it last time.
And we still went there again, but no, it was...
Yeah, the pizza was absolutely horrible.
But I've learnt that area is really touristy.
Yeah.
So touristy
And Tess had already said that we shouldn't eat there because it's touristy.
Yeah.
But then we were having a lovely lunch a couple of days ago, and it's literally right below us. And it was dinner with a show. It started off really good. We had this Maserati
Hearse.
hearse drives up and he's trying to back into this tiny thing opposite this like opening that he was never going to fit into. And then there's angry cars getting road rage. Can you just wait? You can see it's a hearse. It's urgent. Someone's dying to get in this. Oh, yeah. Anyway, back up. And this show went for a good hour. So the hearse was there. There's people coming and going a bit. There's 4 guys in suits. Then right as it got to the absolute, that moment in the film where you just go, oh my God. That moment happened, but Bec went to the toilet. And Sticky Beak Bec as she was, and I'm thinking, Bec, come out, you're going to miss this. Bec,
You should
Bec,
have
Bec.
texted me. Why don't you
I'm not going to
text
text
me?
you in a toilet.
You...
Do you read texts in the toilet?
Yes.
Is that what you do in toilets? Text.
You check your
Aren't
phone.
you scared you're going to drop your phone?
No, why are you doing weird?
How long's your wee?
Check your phone.
Anyway, there was this bigger van, like a Ford box van, blue, the same colour as the Maserati, and the 4 guys with the suits walk up, open it up, and it looked like a butcher's truck inside. It was all polished stainless steel. And he pulls out this trolley, which looked like the trolley from Silence of the Lambs when they wheeled him out. Had big ratchet cables over it. It was motorised wheels at the bottom of it. And I'm just going, oh my God, this is going to look so cool. Them bringing a dead body upright out in a trolley.
I can't believe I missed it.
Anyway, the trolley went in. Bec turns up after her 3.5 hour poo. And then we did some people watching. The people on one side of the hearse completely ignored the people on the other side of the hearse. And then the crowd started to come around. It was like all the neighbours pointing and doing the religious symbols and all of that. And finally, the body snuck out very quickly into the hearse and off.
But it was also confusing as well because when we got to the restaurant, I saw there was like this family and I remember who they were because the son was wearing this bright green T-shirt and they were sitting down eating and then they went over and they were standing on one side of it, the hearse, and like they seemed to be talking to the people and then after it drove away, they just like walked off down the street. So I'm like, did they know them or like...
But I still can't get over they were too distinct and they didn't even like talk to each other.
And then the guy from the shop kept coming out and I don't know. Whole thing was weird.
And then we had a supermodel doing her right next to all of this happening.
There's a laundromat
and there's this
model.
obvious like very, very slim. Not anorexic at all.
No, but very slim, very tall,
slim, very
pretty
tall,
face.
very
You could
pretty.
tell
And it's just what she was wearing. She had that vibe of a
She was a
model.
model. Also wearing
And she
more
stuck her head out a couple of times.
I know, I was just...
Everyone was sticking their head out.
It was very, and we're sitting there at our table watching. It's all very interesting.
It was.
It was, and especially because we can't understand anyone. We're just like watching this like
I
silent
just like the
movie.
Maserati hearse.
That's such a flex. Like,
yeah.
for the last ride of my
But
life, please take me in a luxury car.
That was picking up from the house. That's not taking to funeral.
They might have been. How do you know?
No, I think the death might have only happened that day.
Still, it's a flex.
Because no, it's definitely not taken to the funeral because the person that we think might have been the close people to it, they went back upstairs. They didn't get into a car and follow it. And they certainly weren't in suits and ties.
I don't know.
No, that was taken to a morgue.
Oh.
Imagine getting picked up in a Maserati.
I know, that's what I mean. That's a flex.
It is a pretty good flex.
It's such a flex. I didn't even know that they did Maserati hearses.
I'd seen one somewhere on this trip from a distance. I thought, no way, that can't be a Maserati hearse.
Well, I ended up looking it up, and there's a Rolls Royce one that's apparently the most expensive.
Is it?
Yes. That's an even bigger flex. Anyway.
Well, I think I need to get the Rolls Royce one for my Hasselblad that died.
Yes.
So
Very
yes,
depressing.
all my whinging about Hasselblad and once they're dead. Shooting away something came up on my screen. I said, Bec, I think my Hasselblad is deading. and click, it's turned on. So it still takes pictures.
Oh, it worked.
But there's yesterday's picture. See it flashing purple. Flashing?
Yes.
So it's flashing purple. So it's on the wave dying.
But it worked. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to work for.
But that's better that it took a photo.
It did. Anyway.
So I freaked out because obviously
She freaked out big time.
Peter needs his Hasselblad.
You're not shooting me with a Leica. You're not shooting me with a Hasselblad. I'm not that type of model.
No, because we've got workshops coming up and I know how easy it is for you to teach with that. It just makes your life so much easier and it's your favourite camera as well. So I know you need it. And so then I start panicking.
It's because I shot you in the bathtub. That's the next picture on is Purple Haze. But
so I panic.
then one picture the next day worked. Then the next one's Purple Haze. Anyway, keep telling your story.
I panic. I go online. I'm searching eBay. I'm searching everywhere. I'm trying to see, can we buy another one? And I managed to find one that's like a 2-hour train trip from where we are. And it's like $10,000. But then they had this shutter count. We called them, we asked the shutter count, and the shutter count was really high.
Yeah, so the shutter count on this camera here is 13,000. This
Whereas
one was 130,000.
Yeah.
And
so then we were umming and ahhing of, do we get on a train and go down and get it, spend all this money, waste a whole day, to then it potentially dies. So we decided not to.
There's a few things. The company, obviously, is a second-hand camera selling company, and he pretty much puts the exact same description on anything. Like brand new, with some slight signs of wear. Well, it's not like brand new if it's got... And then when it says, look at photos. When you look at the photos, there's lots of really big wear marks. Well, compared to this camera, I showed you the bottom, there's no marks, whereas they had lots. And one of the caps was broken off on the side.
Yeah, so we decided not to. But you were able to tether with your Leica to focus.
Yeah, no, it's actually good because it means that I was still comfortable of running the workshop. I know how to do it without even what I did with my trick. But I thought, because the worst thing about Lightroom is its overexposure warning doesn't work whatsoever. And I find the overexposure warning in Hasselblad and also on the back of the Leica much more accurate than the light meter. Because it's actually reading what's hitting the sensor and it's not reading what might hit the sensor. So then I thought, if I set up a live file, put my focus software on the live file and tether to Lightroom, I can just use my live file and look at my overexposure warnings, and it worked perfectly. So for the workshops and that's... I might even do a quick... It might just be YouTube because it's a nothing little tutorial just showing how you can fix the problem with the shitty overexposure warnings with Lightroom, with any camera that can tether with Lightroom. You can get focuses for free, so they don't even have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So
I think that'd be a handy little toot.
It would be a handy little tutorial.
Tooty, a little toot.
Tooty Oreo.
But yes, I'm glad that we eventually sorted that out because I was freaking the hell out.
Freaking out.
I was like, Peter Hasselblad has died. And then I have my friends in Australia offering because, like...
Oh, yeah, friend in Australia offer. Yeah, I'll go down to your factory, I'll pack it all up, I'll get on a plane and fly it over to you. How much? I'm going to fly business, though.
No, Ish was joking when he offered, but Ronnie, my friend, who's about to head over to Europe, and I think we're going to be in Berlin at the same time as her, she offered to go pick up one of your spares, and she said she'll bring it to Berlin, and I was like, thank you, I really appreciate it, but with how fragile these things are, it can't just be put in a suitcase, like it needs to be...
That and... All right.
And also you don't know where it is in the studio. How am I going to explain where it is kept in the studio? Because it's locked away in a hidey hole.
No, she wouldn't be able to get it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But it was just nice that she offered. But I was like, no, sorry, it's under freaking lock and safe.
Yeah, it was really nice that your friends offered, not one of my friends offered. Oh, I didn't put in the story. That might be why.
I have lovely friends. Can't believe how many
Can't be.
friends I have. No, it is very nice. Microphone for
I'm having microphone failure, so you might have been listening to stomach rumbles. Fixed microphone.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So professionals.
So professionals.
Yes.
Yes, but
So yes, problem solved with the camera issues, which is good.
I don't trust the camera to work, but
We can try.
I've seen I saw a couple of signs about a week ago. There's a little fine line that was in the odd picture. And I keep thinking, that's the sort of stuff that happens when the back is going to die and end up in rubbish bin. Just such a... Like, this back, because, like I said, it's 13,000 clicks. It has not got a mark on it. The only thing that can happen to it is rubbish bin. It just seems such a friggin' waste. Oh, we didn't talk about our wine again today.
Because I don't know which one I was drinking before. I'm going to crack a new one and then I'll talk about it.
You're going to talk about your new one that you crack.
Yeah.
Yes. But now, to all the people that said I can get it repaired, can you give me the phone number of the company and can guarantee to repair it? Because they're better than I can find, and I have so many contacts that are ex-Hasselblad workers. And even that thing that you found online, you found someone online had it repaired. Yeah,
someone said they've got it repaired in Sweden, and then they said that the thing that they've repaired it with is like not the same.
Not the same, exactly. And that's what
It sounds like they've repaired the H6 with parts for an X.
Yes.
Is what it sounded like in their post. So
that could be wrong, but it's basically I have insider trading knowledge of the state of Hasselblad's spares for the H6 back, 50 back. And I was literally told there is none. So if anybody's doing repairs, they're not repairing it with the same sensor.
Yeah. So it's not the same.
But
everyone
if someone wants to, just jump on my email and correct me. Send me an email. I would love to hear, and I'll contact the company. But so far, everybody I've asked to do this in the past that have said that I'm an idiot, I don't know what's going on. Every one of them I asked, send me the contact, and none of them ever have. So
well, it's like even we did that. You did that YouTube and said this about you can't get the H6 repaired, and
it was a company in Italy, wasn't it? Or someone who worked at a company in Italy.
No,
it was a distributor for Hasselblad.
No. After you made that video saying that you can't get the H6D 50C repaired, Hasselblad sent you an email saying that they didn't like what you said, and you were like, "Sorry, I'm just saying the truth. And if what I've said is a lie, tell me where I can
get my camera
and
repaired."
And they never replied.
Yeah, Hasselblad didn't even reply.
Sorry, if it's a lie, and if you don't like it because it's a lie, then tell us how to fix it. Anyway, today I am drinking a Santa Cristina 2023 Sangiovese Cabernet Toscana. Does that mean Tuscany? Prodotto in Italia.
In Italia.
My Italian is not very good. Although at least I can say grazie properly.
Yes, and Italian's not very good. But she's an amazing actress. Her acting is just like through the roof. At our shitty pizza place the other day, we both 2 mouthfuls into our pizza and looking at each other going, I can't do another mouthful.
But we have this thing, if we're at a restaurant and we don't like the food and we just want to bail, we pretend that we've just had a phone call and we have to go. It's like, we've got
Our
to work.
babysitter's just rung. One of our 16 babies.
we have an emergency, we've got to go. So we decided we were going to do that, and I pick up my phone. Well, my phone's on charge. And I'm like, hey, oh, what? Like, are you serious? Oh, okay, well, we're just out for dinner. I can be there in like...
Mind you, we're in Italy. And we have enough trouble getting people to even take our order. And here she is talking in English. There was no waiters near us. I'm certain that they don't read lips, especially not English lips.
And I come up with this whole thing.
Whole story.
It was great acting. Be there. Yeah, no, I'll get the bill right now.
And then she starts telling me off because I'm laughing. She said, they're not going to believe my story now because you're laughing.
I thought I was doing an amazing job of acting.
I did a better one.
What?
I did a better one.
What do you mean?
I just said to the person that, sorry, something's come up, we've got to go. And the food was fine, we'll see you in a couple of days.
I had the theatrics though.
I even left some of the beer there, so that was like the best.
Yeah, but I had the full theatrics.
The theatrics, that they couldn't understand the story anyway. And as much as you think you're a good actress.
I was a great actress. You even said you would give me the Academy Award.
No, I was going to give you that other one that they do for the music awards that don't get voted on.
Bullshit.
Oh, she's all upset because my mate Taylor Swift didn't win a single award.
No, it was rigged.
Well, she shouldn't friggin' say, if Trump gets in, I'm leaving the country.
That's rigged.
She broke it.
It's rigged.
No, but all her albums that she's been releasing lately, just re-releases of her
No,
albums.
she released a brand new one last year with 23 songs on it.
Who does 23 songs? That's a try hard.
No.
Certainly try hard. Back in my day, a good album had 4 songs.
No, that's an EP.
You have a look at Pink Floyd and those bands, 10 songs was like a bonus.
No, she released it. No, but she's been re-releasing her old stuff because she didn't have the rights, but she just bought it all back for like $300 million. She now owns everything.
I think she's actually losing.
No.
Yes, she just paid $300 million.
Go, Taylor.
Whereas Hailey Bieber just made...
Bieber.
Or whatever her name is. Bieber. She just made $1 billion. I think she's doing better.
She's a mean girl, though.
How do you know?
She has mean girl vibes.
I heard that Taylor's not so much a nice person behind the scenes either. To staff, I hear she's pretty
No,
nasty.
she's very nice.
You don't know, you're not there.
It's very widely reported she is lovely. She
pays them to say that. Oh, she can't anymore. She just paid $300 million. She's broke.
She's not broke. Anyway.
Anyway, what? See, she gets the narkies on me when I talk about her greatest...
You're just a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm a stirrer.
You're just a hater.
I'm not a hater. There's things I love, like ragu. Ragu. I found out that's our safety word. In this shoot, and I've said ragu, that was the end of the shoot.
Because Peter does...
She couldn't handle ragu.
No, because Peter does this thing when he's shooting, he like tries, like he always gets models like think about something that you like, and because I've been pretty much living off ragu, and shooting, he's like, all right, maybe just think about ragu. It just killed me. He's trying to shoot and he's just like, ragu, ragu.
I still should have put the Who song on. Ragu, are you? Hoo, 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 hoo.
I got the giggles so bad, like when you get the giggles and you just can't stop, and then you're trying to not laugh, but then that makes you laugh even more, and then you get to the point where you start like crying from laughing so much. That happened. Shoot, over. Maybe we don't use ragu in future.
I might do,
unless you want smiley shots.
Smiley
which
shots.
Which everyone was, why don't you smile?
Yes,
because it's not fashion.
The fashions.
No, it's not the fashion.
Oh, they do have some smiley in fashions.
Yeah, but not very often.
Yeah, I know. It's more about...
I don't know, I don't know, I hate... Could you please smile? I don't know, for some reason it just gives me the ick.
Well, no one's... It's like saying to... Like I tell everyone, if you've got kids, the worst thing you can do to that kid in life is tell them to smile for the camera. You have just made them get camera face for the rest of their life. Yes. And so just even asking someone to smile, it's awkward.
That's what I mean. I hate it. Like, it gives me the ick when someone's like, could you please smile? I'm like, no, I'm going to do the opposite. It's just an ick of mine. Me and my weird icks.
So I just gave everyone a secret little trip. You do see, even with Bec, you don't say, would you smile for the camera? You just go, ragu. See, it works straight away.
Telling someone to smile just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Like if I want, even on commercial shoots, and I quite often, or back in the day, I would have meetings before the shoot with the clients to find out, the feel they wanted and that. And if they wanted something was happy and smiling, I just told them, don't you dare say smile once in the studio because you'll kill my shoot.
Yeah.
And every now and then they can't help it. They say smile, I just look at them and go, thank you. And they see the look on the model's face and go, they see what I mean. And it's that thing where it's, no, I'll make them laugh and I'll capture them laughing. As soon as you say smile, it's awkward.
It is.
And it's really hard to get them out of that awkward afterwards.
I was just checking it was actually on record. It is.
It is.
It is. Yeah, no, it's awkward and I don't like it.
What's it with Italian taxi drivers?
What do you mean? Oh, with the grumpy.
Oh, what do you mean?
Grumpy girls.
I think on the last podcast we might have been talking about getting a taxi was really hard.
Yes, it was very hard to get a taxi in
we
Florence.
We managed to find a taxi driver who gave us a, what they called, QR code. And we used that and we got Taxi Easy the day we had to train out.
But it was even weird because I downloaded downloaded 2 apps and then we got that card from that taxi driver with the QR and that gave me a 3rd app. So now I've got 3 Italian taxi apps. But all of them trying to pre-book didn't work. So then I called up and spoke to someone and I said, hey, I'm trying to book a taxi for tomorrow morning and through your app and it's not working. And he's like, tomorrow morning? Oh, just use the app, it'll arrive in 5 minutes. And I was like, okay. But then we tried to book one to get to dinner and it wouldn't allow me, but then in the morning it worked.
No, but you used a different app, didn't you?
No, I think I used the same one.
I thought you used the QR code.
Oh, no, I
app.
did. Oh, yeah, in the morning, yeah, that's right.
So maybe it was just the apps we were using.
I don't know.
Anyway, we're here and we wanted a taxi. No, originally wanted Uber and the Uber said nothing's available.
But you can book a taxi through the Uber app, but yeah, it said nothing was available. So
on the Uber side, so we picked a taxi. Mm-hmm. Or no, did you use that QR code one?
I used that. Well, the QR code made me download an app, so I used that app.
That app, and as soon as we got in, Bec decided to vape in his taxi.
I was having a vape when we were waiting for it. And I just finished blowing out my vape and then I hopped
into
in.
his face.
No, I blew it out and then I hopped in and he has a go at me.
And Bec just said, no, this is perfume.
I was like, this is my perfume.
This is how I smell. But I don't think he was saying vape. I think he was saying BO.
He had some kind of go at me and I was just like, what? No, it's my perfume.
He was very not happy.
And then
you can finish. Oh, now that you're sucking on your vape.
That I didn't do in his car and I didn't know. Anyway, then we get to the restaurant and Peter goes to pay and pulls out his card and he has this massive big hissy fit about us paying on card.
Yeah, it says if you want to pay on card, you have to ring up and book a taxi on card.
Like,
Italians do not like bank.
he was just a grumpy girls.
And he had a card machine and everything there.
Yes.
No, he just didn't want to pay tax to the government.
I don't know, he was like grumpy girls. Like, it's not like he was having, even like the taxi we got to from the station here, he was having troubles with his card machine. But this guy wasn't, he had no troubles with it. He was a grumpy girl.
But that guy didn't have a problem with using a card. He had a problem with his machine wasn't turning on.
That guy was just a grumpy girls.
Grumpy girls.
Grumpy gills.
Oh, gills. What's grumpy gills?
Grumpy gills.
Grumpy gills.
It's from Finding Nemo.
Oh.
And Dory says, she's like, hey, Mr. Grumpy Gills. And something.
How many times have you watched this?
So many.
I was going to say.
It was like my favourite movie as a kid. I used to watch it like back to back to back to back to back.
Back to back to back to back to back.
It's a great movie. It makes me cry.
It makes you cry.
Well, it's really nice.
Do we talk about our other movie watch? I don't think we spoke about that.
Oh, our The Ugly Stepsister.
Yes, what's that called?
The Ugly Stepsister.
Oh.
This is what it's called. Great movie.
Very good movie. But Bec started off saying, oh, everyone's saying the gore is like through the roof. I'm thinking, Bec, I don't want to watch Human Centipede. And I certainly don't want to watch Snow White and the Seven Wolves Human Centipede, let alone The Ugly Sisters.
But no, everyone online was saying, like, it's great, but, oh, it's so gory. And once again, I'm prepared for, okay, this is going to be pretty messed up. And it wasn't.
And she puts it on, and everyone knows about my dyslexia. Oh, we've got to read this movie.
I didn't know it was in another language or something.
But it was fine. I didn't have a problem because nearly all of it was only 3-word sentences. So
yeah, there wasn't really much dialogue. So it was
really easy for me. But Bec was having more trouble thinking it was too small. I wasn't having trouble seeing the size of it. Maybe it was in a font that dyslexic idiots like me could read because
there were small subtitles.
It's only
but anyway, it was a really good movie.
It's only once in the whole movie I said, what did they just say? Mm. But yeah, no, it was a good
really
movie.
Good movie.
Actually, it is a dark movie.
Oh yeah, and by no means am I saying that it's like a walk in the park. It's just when someone
the nose thing wasn't that bad.
But everyone was
the
saying
eyelash was a bit worse.
Yeah, the eyelash was horrible.
The foot, no, that was.
I don't know. It's just I read these things of people being like, "Oh, it's so horrendous."
Yeah, but aren't you reading this on Reddit?
No.
Most of the time.
So it wasn't a lot of.
So I keep hearing Reddit's really not really inaccurate.
Reddit's just other people.
There's no fact checking whatsoever.
Well, yeah,
people can say whatever they feel
it's
like.
Just people. But I was prepared for like extremities, and then I was like, that wasn't that bad. It was actually an enjoyable movie.
I liked it. The cinematography was good.
The cinematography was awesome. I really liked the storyline. It's like a dark telling of Cinderella. It's a bit more like the original Grimm or whatever, like their original one of Cinderella. It's apparently a lot more factual to that. I don't know. I really liked it. It was a good movie. We've had lots of little movie notes.
We haven't had anything since we've been here.
No, we haven't been here that long.
No. We haven't even tried out our LG.
No, we haven't even tested this TV.
We've been doing plenty of shoots.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, we shot with an awesome model on Friday. We checked in. She had like an hour to unpack.
Oh, that's right. Now to unpack. We only had a short time to shoot. Yeah, she was awesome.
She was. So she was
the stupid thing is, she originally contacted us because she's going to be in Melbourne this week.
No, yeah. Oh, no, I think she said in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
She's going to be in Sydney and Melbourne for 2 weeks. But when she originally contacted and said, I'd love to shoot, I'm going to be in Melbourne on these dates, I was like, oh, shit, we're still in Europe. And I went to her, obviously I went to her profile to see what she looked like, and I saw in her bio she's got the dates of where she's travelling to, and then I saw she's got Milan on these, and I was like, oh, we're in Milan on those days. But she was leaving on Saturday. We got in on Friday, so she only had Friday free to shoot. So quickly I was like, oh shit, well that's the day we arrive, we've got to check in. But I organised it for the afternoon, so we checked in and then we got to shoot. But no, she was fantastic.
Yes, I'd love to shoot with her again.
Yes. Lovely girl from Czech Republic.
But also, I'm up my mind, eyes to a couple of things, and I showed Bec the exact same thing. I grabbed a whole heap of my photos, which are the photos I like a lot, and it's not about the background. Mm. So we're going to actually do a bit of a filming tutorial on, we're not going to change anything in the background of this place. Whatever rubbish is where it is going to stay where it is. And prove that it's about the foreground, not the background, and light. If you find a place with nice light, that's all that matters. And then get a reasonable model. I don't know where Bec's going to find that. And she should. Oh.
No, we did that. No, we did that. But, well, yeah, so we shot with her, and then Peter and I have been having a bit of a play around this place, finding out cool spots to shoot, because we've got a shoot later on, then we've got one tomorrow and then another one Wednesday. So it's always hard when we get to like a new place. Like it always takes, and that's why I kind of felt a bit bad throwing you in the deep end with her on Friday, because you hadn't even like sussed out where the lighting is. And you normally use me for that when we first get somewhere. We'll normally do a bit of a play shoot so that you can like test out locations, and then when we have models, you already know where to go, so you're not like wasting time. But we didn't get to...
I think I only moved to 2 spots that didn't work. Everything else seemed to work.
We do get nice light through here. It's just, it's in the afternoon. It's not a morning.
Like the light now is better in the, like yesterday afternoon's light, and the night it's hard because there is some direct sunlight which just blows everything out. Mm. Whereas now we've got an overcast day, which means the light that's coming through is much more even.
Yes.
Which, yes, the light in here is really good at the moment.
Yes, it's very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes. What, you've gone quiet? No.
I'm just thinking of what to say next.
You've gone quiet. She was thinking. The one brain cell that's slightly bruised. It's
Al dente.
Running al dente brain cell.
From the cobbles.
The cobbles. Oh. We had a nice lunch today.
We did.
Yes, you ate my wiener.
You just It was so gross.
You knew it was going to come up. The conversation got pretty pear-shaped. When you asked it, could you eat my wiener?
I didn't. You offered it to me. You offered me your wiener schnitzel.
Yes, it's...
That was nice. We stumbled across it. Yesterday we had horrible Popeyes.
Oh, yes. So we're in Canada. Was it Canada? Is that where Clucks is?
Yeah.
So a few years ago I went to Canada and I found this place called Clucks. And no, it's Canada. That's where the next Grand Prix is going to be held.
We're in Toronto with PJ Clocks.
PJ Clucks. And yeah, it's really nice fried chicken, which that's changed too. Well, Cancelled.
Like everything else.
It's been 2 or 3 years since we'd been there when we went last year. But when you went, it was more like a hole in the wall, and you put your order in, and they cooked the chicken in front of you. This wasn't, and it was a big difference. And it tasted, it didn't like it was owned by a different company. It just tasted fast foody, whereas the other one tasted like fresh. Anyway, but I really liked the first time we went there, and I spent a bit of time online trying to see if someone had the recipe, because I had this really nice sweet and hot sauce. So the sauce is like sweet, but it's nice and bitey as well. And while I was doing this hunting for the recipe, there's lots of things that coming up on YouTube about Popeye's chicken. And they also have a spicy sweet sauce that they use. So that's why YouTube was most likely recommending that. It was weird. The chicken didn't taste like chicken. The chips definitely didn't taste like potato. I don't know what that tastes like. The Heineken beer tastes like beer. And you go into, all right, so everyone's seen fast food kitchens, you know, your In-N-Out and your McDonald's and all of those. Go in there, it was like, I don't know, Close Encounters. It was like all the people from the nursing home from Close Encounters. Everybody who was working in the kitchen was sort of like over 60. I found that, and how many people were in the kitchen?
There was a lot of people there, yes.
So many more than what, maybe it's because the old people take twice as long to do anything.
Oh, I can't sit like that. I'm sick of sitting like this.
Are you worried about up the skirt? Just put a pillow on.
No, I'm just sick of. I wanted to cross my legs the other way, but if I do that, my leg hits my scrap.
Your scrap.
My scrap.
Your scrap.
Can't do that. But no, that was. But then on the way back, Peter took a wrong turn, and
It was a right turn.
And then we saw this restaurant that had lots of people there, which normally is a good sign.
I felt sorry. Today we're sitting in there. I think I opened at 12:30, and I'd say it was half full when we got there. By the time we left, it was completely full.
There was a line
queue to get in, and we're looking across the restaurant directly across the road. They haven't even opened. Oh, I think they've just opened. Not a table taken. That'd be so hard to run a business when on one side of the road they are packed and you're there with no one.
I know, but I always feel really bad, like, when I see that.
They obviously don't.
But I just feel really bad for those people. Like, you walk down the street and you see a restaurant absolutely packed and then next door is completely empty. I'm like, oh, that's so awkward for you. Like, I just feel bad.
But we're sitting so many places.
I know, but I feel awkward.
Well, they need to lift their game.
But what if they are really good and just no one's giving them a shot because no one's eating there?
Well, someone will eat there because they couldn't fit in next door. And then they would walk out and say to everyone next door, you should be eating here, it's so much better.
I don't know, I just feel bad for them.
Bad for them.
That's the main thing. And then I feel like we should go there because I feel bad for them.
You can do that. You're welcome to do that. You can go into restaurants and feel sorry, then come out and give them a 5-star for food that you threw up in the toilet and made a phone call. Oh, my dog just died.
I feel bad for them.
Yeah, even then, the story you were doing on the phone, we knew it was fake. It was just going on way too long. If you got a drama, it's okay, leaving now. It's no long...
It wasn't that long. I was saying, oh, okay, really? Shit, all right, well, I'm just finishing up my food. I could be there in like 15 minutes. Yeah, all right, cool. Sweet,
Yes,
no worries.
what was the weather like today? Your acting was really bad.
It was fantastic.
Especially if you're holding your phone upside down.
I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
You hope.
I wasn't.
Didn't you see them all laughing at you?
No, you said they weren't even looking at
they
me.
were oh, look, she's trying to dummy up an excuse to get out of eating
You
our
said
food.
they weren't looking at me. Don't make things up. Schmidiot. Lying.
Not lying. But
What
hey,
else have we done? Fallen over. Had hardly any luck with food. Although, no, today was nice.
What, with food?
Yeah, lunch was
No,
nice.
last night, but we've been there before last nights.
Yeah, last night my lasagna was really good last night.
In fact, that's the first thing you've rated this trip, isn't it?
No, I had lots of things I've liked. Just not in Milan. Oh.
Yeah.
Bless
Sorry,
you. Bless you.
just clearing my brain cells. No, I've actually, besides the Hasselblad, which now... Poland's... What?
You.
Oh, have you said the story about the people at the restaurant? No, you most likely didn't. That was on our last night, I think. Or was it? The not being able to pronounce.
Oh, I wasn't going to go there.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
You've got to. It was so funny. You weren't going to. Oh, I'll go there then. I must get the story wrong.
No, so in Inglourious Bastards, there's a scene where Brad Pitt says to some, I don't know, I fell asleep during the movie, but I just know that there's a scene that he says to people, he's like, buongiorno, with this like really heavy American accent and just pronounces it like
Really
that.
slow and
Like
over-accentuated.
buongiorno. And I don't know if Jared, like when Jared and I were here a couple of years ago, in Rome a couple of years ago, he kept doing it as a joke and it just became this like reoccurring joke with me and Jared. And we were at a restaurant our last night in Florence and the table next to us was an American family and the guy gets the bill and he goes, grazie. And I was just trying to not
Bec just
piss
cracked
myself.
it.
I was like, it's giving buongiorno. That's the way that he was like,
So you got on your
grazie.
phone straight away and said to Jared, guess what just happened?
Because it's a joke between me and Jared of this. I was like, I just heard this like...
Grazie.
It's just like the slow over pronouncing that cracks me up. But, it was just really funny.
It was very, very funny.
Because it just reminded me of that scene.
See, I want to be that person. Bec hates it when I'm that person.
Of course I do.
Why? It's fun. Life is boring otherwise.
No, it's not. People watching is so much fun. Listening, overhearing people's conversations is so much fun. It's so much nicer to just be silent and just observe people. I love people watching and like eavesdropping. I'm just a sticky beak.
Yeah, but it's very hard for you to do it here because you can't understand a word they're saying.
I know, but that's why I watch here. Like I watch the interactions with the hearse and thing. I watch.
Yeah, but see, even the Italian, they all pointed. I was watching lots of people point. Every time I point, Bec tells me off.
Yeah, because it's rude.
Why is it rude?
You don't point to...
Look at that crazy idiot over there. What's wrong with that?
Lots. You don't point.
Well, I've learnt my new one. I'll put my hand up first so they can't see the end of my finger. You don't tell me off when I do this now.
Shouldn't point. It's rude.
Pointing isn't that rude.
It is.
Well, what if I point with 2 fingers?
No, because then if they see you, then they know you're talking about them. You need to like be subtle about them.
They are so into themselves, they think if the finger is pointed toward their direction, we're talking about them, not the car accident that happened behind them. No. It's only insecure people feel that if you're pointing in their direction, it's about them. Point. You're very pointed about this.
I am. Point.
Point.
You have to be subtle.
Sorry, do you want to say that again? Me? Subtle?
Yeah, but you should practice it.
When I was trying to study the other day, someone actually saw what I did. It was quite funny. Well, when I was doing my blocking of pointing to keep you happy,
Or someone saw you do that?
No, they saw me do this.
Oh my God.
And you didn't see them see it. I did. And they were laughing, and I thought, thank God Beck didn't see. They saw me do that. Because all I was trying to do was piss Beck off, and she said I couldn't point. So I was finding ways of not pointing.
Oh my God. You. 12-year-old.
I'm not 12s.
I think you might be.
Not 12s at all.
I think you might be. How long have we been yapping for? Just about time.
Oh, you can see Beck's got to the end of her tether.
No, I haven't.
She hadn't written a single note.
No, because it was all in here, in my head.
Sorry, your al dente cell, the one al dente cell that's still walking around going, I have a headache.
I can't believe how bad I stacked it. It's horrible.
You can't believe how bad you stacked it.
Well, I mean, I can. It's me.
Yes, in fact,
I'm the queen of stacking.
It's the second best stack I've seen you do. The one in LA, that was that hurt. I thought this one would have hurt. I really did expect the claret was going to be all over the place.
The claret?
Yeah, blood. It's the old-fashioned name for blood, claret.
Yeah,
and it was a super dangerous thing. And
I'm actually really lucky that I didn't crack my head open.
I don't know how, because it just sounded so loud.
What? It's horribles.
It's horribles.
Dangerous. Anyway, I didn't crack my head open.
You didn't crack your head open.
I lived to see another day, unfortunately for you.
Unfortunately. I can try harder next time. I'll find another restaurant that has even more hidden step. Well, it's just the last place we're in, friggin' Florenzo, out of my bedroom was a step. You open the door and the very first thing is a step. It's just a single step. And I was fine with it most days. I talked myself into being fine, except for one night when I needed to get up for a pee and forgot about it. I nearly fully crashed it that night.
Good thing you didn't.
It was lucky there was a wall because it just caught my shoulder. I would have completely gone. Shit. And then you would have had a broken Hasselblad and a broken Peter.
No,
you would have had to do the work.
We can't have a broken Peter.
We're broken anyway, but... Anyway. You reckon we're up on time anyway?
No, we've got a few more minutes. We can keep yapping.
Keep yapping, but you've got nothing to add. If Becca's spent the last couple of days going through all the books, she found some Italian porno cartoon book, some girl caressing her hair or something. She was looking at friggin' animal books.
I was seeing how they say animals in Italian. I'm trying to learn Italian.
Oh yeah, the thing you forgot.
What?
We were going to go out for dinner and then she found out they ate hedgehogs.
Yes, I found a seafood restaurant and I was looking at them and I used the thingy that's like
The thingy
that automatically translates the page. And it was saying this stuff and then it said with pureed hedgehog. And I was like, surely not. And then I Googled it and I was like, do they eat hedgehog in Italy? And it says yes. But then I found out that the word for hedgehog and sea urchin are very similar. That's like riccio is hedgehog, but then like riccio de mare, which mare is like ocean. So it's like hedgehog of the sea. But it didn't say that. It just said this like riccio. So I don't know if it's hedgehog or if it's sea urchin. I would say it's probably sea urchin because it's a seafood restaurant.
I was going to say, I think there's a couple of little clues. And you want to go on tipping point. You're going to be that contestant that's got 0 at the end.
It could be hedgehog though. What if they have a hedgehog with fish? Who's eating hedgehogs?
Nobody by the sounds of it. They're eating sea urchins.
That's...
Us, we eat koalas, come on. So
No, we don't.
we just don't tell the world. Oops.
The drop bears.
No, the koalas. Haven't you ever had souffle koala?
No, I have not.
What about koala schnitzel?
So to go with your wiener. Pervert.
You were the one who... In fact, I wish I could remember your comment. It was just so inappropriate. But you didn't pick up on what you said. I can't say it. I can't remember it. If I could remember it, I'd definitely say it. But it was very inappropriate. Everyone at the restaurant looked at me.
No, they didn't. They can't understand you.
I didn't say it. You said it. And you weren't on the phone. So they knew you weren't acting. Your one brain cell has completely fried, hasn't it?
No, it's all right.
No, it's all right. Anyway. We've got to get ready for a shoot. We're shooting a Australian.
Yes, shooting Mika's
Mika's
sister, India, because her and Mika are here, but Mika is
Working.
but India said she's free, so she will be here soon, so we should probably get ready for that and tidy up this place.
And will the next one be in...
I don't know if we'll have
don't have
time,
much time.
in Lyon.
Lyon?
We might have time in Lyon.
If we have time in Lyon, we'll do it
see you in Lyon.
Or if we don't have time there, then
we'll be in
Swissyland!
Yeah, but we're only in the first place, 2 days? Or
Yeah, and then we'll be in Zurich.
Will we have time in that place?
Zurich?
No, Swissyland, the first Swissyland. Basel?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see. See how things go.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if Hasselblad works, I'm happy. If it doesn't, I'm not happy. Definitely got a fault.
We'll try.
We'll try. Anyway,
Guys, have a good week, and we'll see you somewhere in the world next week.
see you.